Hello guys, you can see the result card for a mock for a candidate who took the mock with PLAB Guide Academy. I was just looking on this mock result card. It looks really beautiful. It gives a data gathering, technical and assessment skills, clinical management skills, interpersonal skills, and the total marks that the candidate scored, and the passing scores, and the status fail or pass. And it also at the bottom gives the total marks, overall marks in those different domains, and what was a passing score for the mock. And if we go to the next page, we can see it also tells us different recommendations based on their assessment, based on their performance on that day, or the examiner thought are recommended areas for the candidate to work on. However, I was just looking on it. It does not really tell you exactly what went wrong. Say for example, if we go to the bottom, this station number 16, candidate scored 1 out of 4, 0 out of 4, and 1 out of 4, and the total marks are 2, and passing score was 5.25, and candidate failed. There are quite a few red. You do not want to see reds in your result card, and there are so many recommendations, but this really does not tell me why this candidate failed. So you might want to know about those if you are PLAB 2 seeker and if you are interested in taking any mock. So I will tell you how you can find it out. The best way is when someone tells you, and is it possible to find out? Is it possible to get the exact and real time feedback from the examiner when you take mock? It can be, but at the end. So if you get the feedback at the end, the examiner might have forgotten many things what you did. He might be confused. So the best way of how to get the feedback is, the best feedback is when you get the feedback immediately after you have completed a scenario. So I will tell you something amazing about it. My name is Dr. Rashid, and I'm the tutor at PLAB Guide Academy. So at PLAB Guide Academy, we have amazing system. This is a brand new, and we have no competitor in this, and we are the only one so far among the competitors who are offering the instant verbal feedback, which means that with every single station you would be able to listen and hear what your examiner thought, why you failed and why you passed. So these are important things for you to understand, so that you can work on your weaknesses and you can improve your chances of passing the exam. The mocks are meant to be taken to taste the real stress of the exam before the real exam, and also to find out the minor and the major mistakes that you are likely to be making in the exam without any real feedback. So for that you need a high standard simulation, you need high standard assessment. And how that is possible? If your examiner is constantly, or your simulator is constantly writing the notes and not engaging with you. That is only possible if they are focusing with you, if they are focusing on your performance and engaging with you and giving you the assessment based on your performance immediately after you have done your station, not 3 hours or 4 hours after, when they are tired, when they're confused, when they've forgotten. So at PLAB Guide Academy, we have the amazing system for you. Now you can see on this page, these are the links to the audio feedbacks to every single station. Taking the same example into consideration, station number 16, we see that the candidate scored only 2 marks in this and got so many recommendations. And let's see why this has happened. Let's listen to this feedback now.
Okay, so the thing is that as a whole the structure was good, but you did not have an idea what was the case because you did not know it was urgent. There is something known as urgent incontinence, stress incontinence. You need to read about. It is not overactive bladder. If you have asked about the questions of urgent stress, you would have been able to know what was the diagnosis. Okay, and you never asked about the menstruating history, which is quite important in this case. We should have given you an history of menopause. That is one of the most commonest cause factor for urge incontinence. All right, and yeah, the management was fine, but the diagnosis was completely wrong, and the data gathering was completely wrong. Maybe you did not have an idea what was the case was, so you definitely need to work on the DDs of urinary incontinence, and the overactive bladder is something entirely else. So you just need to work on that. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Now we know why the station has failed and why the candidate got so many recommendations and why he scored so little marks in this station. So this is actually the real feedback that is given immediately after your station, between the two stations, before the next station starts. So the time is important when the feedback is given. So it is instant feedback immediately after your performance, before the next station, and the memories are fresh. The examiner knows what you have done right, what you have done wrong. So there are so many things the examiner may highlight based on your performance, and you will be able to find why you have failed and why you passed. And I believe that you will be more interested in knowing why you have failed, so that you can improve your performance and you can work on your weaknesses to increase your chances of passing the examination. So to get the feedback like this, I suggest you to join PLAB Guide Academy and take our mocks. Our mocks are offered every Saturday and Sunday. They can be booked online. You do not need to contact anyone. And our mocks are 16 stations, all continuous without any break, to give you the real taste of the stress that you may have and to keep you ready for your real examination, as well as you get the high standard assessment and the feedback immediately the same day, in the verbal form, not the written feedback, where the examiners are more focused on writing and missing the important parts of your assessment that can be improved. And you may improve overall in your weak areas if that time dedicated for the writing is given to the actual assessment and the simulation. Our mocks are 16 stations, and we have there will be one Simman station as well. Our Simman is not the dummy Simman, it is the actual Simman that has pulses, respiratory rates, chest wall movement, respiratory sounds, cardiac sounds, bubble sounds, and it responds to the treatment and it deteriorates if anything goes wrong. It talks to you, it can respond to most of your questions as well, and the simulation is high standard that you might have imagined but you have not seen in any other academy. So to book our mock and to go through this high standard assessment and enjoy the simulation, you can visit our website www.plabguide.co.uk, and our mocks are every Saturday and Sunday. Feel free to book any online whenever you want. If you have any question, feel free to contact us. And I hope that you might have benefited from this video and got the idea what we want to bring for you It is actually the assessment and the excellent feedback system.